Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here doing a recap of last night and a look ahead to today's games. Anyway, hope you guys all been doing good here this last week or so. Tuesday we had a pretty big amount of games. We had all 15. We had 15 games on Tuesday, and we got 13 here for the main slate for Wednesday. Yeah, we got a lot of games to look forward to. Anyway, it's hard to see here. It's not as big print as normal, but anyway, scored a 170.9, 161.4, and a 149. Yes, it's not my normal profile. I'm using my girlfriend's profile, so that's why the name looks totally different here on this one. As you see there, all three of them did cash. As you see there, 13, 50, 10, and 7 right there. Not too bad. Won some, half decent money there. Only bet $3, so I'll definitely take that there. Here's the 170.9 one. Like I said, it's small print, so I'll try and read it out to you guys. I went with Max Scherzer here. He only went 6 innings, only had, 93 pitches. I think he could have won another one, but Washington decided not to. He finished with 43, which is definitely way, way, way low for him. Evan Gattis, he had 6 points here against the Athletics. Next was Sam Travis. Really cheap punt play there. He was batting 6 against a easy matchup there. He only had 6.2. I'll take it. Next was Pedroia with a 21.9. Next was Suarez against Milwaukee. He had a pretty good night with a 27.9. Lindor did not do anything with a 0. Mookie Betts did not do anything, even though they scored 9 points, 6.5. Young, obviously, against a lefty. Really good pick right there with a 37.7. And, Billy Hamilton actually hit a home run. As we know, that's not what he's known for. I don't think he even stole a base, 21.7. Overall, the 170.9, as I told you, the other two, not too bad either, 161.4 and a 149. Overall, all three of them cash. I'll definitely take that. All three of those were for premium lineups. If you guys are interested in premium, it's only $25 for the month, and as you see there, you can easily make your money back. And we lowered our prices. It's only $55 for the season. Only about 2.5 months left of the season. It's very, very cheap there. Usually $75 for the season, so definitely get in on that deal. So if you're interested in that, definitely let us know. We'll have our email in the comment section. Just hit us up. We'll get you all set up on baseball. Also, PGA is not too far away. It is Thursday morning, so definitely get in on that as well. We did just come up short last week on PGA. I think we scored like a 500 overall. Scores were really high, but one bad week out of the 3 weeks that we've been doing it, that's okay. Definitely looking forward to this week for PGA. If you're interested in that, let us know as well. And also you can follow and hit us up on Twitter. So anyway, this is just a little rough draft lineup here using Fantasy Labs here today instead of RotoCurve. I kind of agree and kind of disagree with some of these ratings here. Some of the guys I may pick aren't highest on the ratings, but some of the other guys that are higher on the ratings I don't really agree with. Anyway, these are the pitchers here. Steven Strasburg, number 1 overall. I don't mind it. Actually, Chicago does hit him pretty well, but I just went with him. I don't know if I will go with him in the at the end. I might have 1 or 2 lineups with him, but I think Chicago could get to Strasburg just a little bit. But overall, there are really not many good pitchers out there. Maybe Yu Darvish against Cleveland. Maybe take a GPP shot with Tanaka, even though he's been giving up the home run ball, but good matchup against Chicago White Sox there. Zach Godley, maybe he's been doing all right as well. Marcus Stroman against Baltimore, even though they have a good hitting team. Carlos Rondon, I don't know why he's a 2nd overall rating. Yankees do hit lefties pretty well, plus Rondon is his first start all year. So I'm not going to pick him. I don't know why he's on there. Blake Snell maybe against the Pirates, but pitching's really not that good. A lot of really good bats, but not too many good pitchers. So I think Strasburg will be very popular. And then the rest of them are just going to be a mix and match kind of thing. Like I said, Darvish will probably be the next popular guy, and then Stroman maybe as well. But besides that, I think it's going to be a really spread out kind of ownership besides Strasburg and Yu Darvish. So if you want to take maybe a shot here, Chase Anderson, maybe he's been looking good, but he is facing Cincinnati, which can't hit the ball. So definitely maybe GPP shot right there. So as you see there, that's who I got as as my pitcher there, Steven Strasburg. Going to the catcher position, I really don't mind stacking up some Houston Astros here tonight. As we know, I think they have the best record or the second best record in the league right now. So, and they can hit the ball. So anyway, Evan Gattis, as you see, he's way down the list, but I disagree with that. Hahn, he's been struggling a lot here recently. Righty's hitting pretty good against him. Hopefully Gattis is in the lineup. He's been, going in and out this last week or so. Gattis has actually been doing very well. So I really don't mind that. Wall hit at 352 right there. ISO at a 228. So not too bad. Chris Herman, he's number one rated catcher. Maybe if you want to go that way, I don't mind it, but not my favorite play. I really don't mind Avila. I had to go to Gattis though because I didn't have the extra 100. Actually, I do. So if you want to go to Alex Avila over Gattis, I don't mind that. Avila slumping a little bit, but just definitely kills right-handed pitching. The only reason I didn't really put him in here is because Kennedy is actually, if you look at the averages in his splits, both righty and lefty hit him around 220 against him. So they're not really hitting him. So that's why I'm a little concerned there. Martin's popular, but he really bad against head-to-head against Miley, plus he doesn't hit lefties at all. So I don't mind Manny Pena, though, if he's in the lineup. He was just in it last night, so he might sit here tonight and put Steven Vogt in there. So I'm just going to go with Mr. Evan Gattis. Like I said, I don't mind Houston stack. Maybe if Gattis isn't starting, then you can go up to Brian McCann or something. So, I really don't mind the Houston catchers in this one. All right, moving on to first base. I needed to save a little bit since I have Strasburg. I went with Mr. Eric Thames here. I really don't mind him against Castillo at all. As you see, he's the number one rated overall. Castillo, he's not a bad pitcher. He's a young pitcher, but I really don't mind Thames here. I think Milwaukee can get to him a little bit. Carpenter, second overall rated. Maybe, but Godley's a pretty good pitcher. I don't mind Morales, though, against Miley. Goldschmidt actually owns Adam Wainwright, so I don't mind that matchup. Not really anyone else I really care for. Maybe a little GPP Minnesota stack against Porcello since he struggles a lot. But maybe Bellinger against Meyer. But, I'm going to go Thames here. I think he's my sure bet. He's only 3,100 against the rookie. And, Milwaukee can hit the ball. So that's where I'm going to go there for my first base. All right, moving on to second base. Carlos Sanchez is the number one rated. He's not really a home run hitter, even though his WAVA is a 0.84 difference. So if you need to punt, maybe go that way. But I'm going to go with Dustin Pedroia here. I'm going to do a little Boston stack against Mejia here in Minnesota. He's been struggling quite a bit. Boston looked pretty good last night. So, I really don't mind righties here against Mejia at all. Pedroia only 2,800, so I definitely could see that going pretty well. If you want to do a little GPP, Whit Merrifield here against Norris, he might do okay with you. But overall, second basemen aren't too good. Like I said, maybe a little Minnesota stack, put Dozier in there. But overall, I'm going to go Mr. Dustin Pedroia. I really don't mind him. Josh Harrison maybe in a GPP against Snell. As we know, Harrison just straight up destroys left-handed pitching, so I don't mind putting in Harrison if you want to go that way. All right, moving on to third base. I put in, this was just I had to put him in there. Yunel Escobar. He's a little bit lower on the rating. I don't mind him. He might get you 9 or 12. But on the year against lefties, Escobar hits 397, which is insane. Actually, lefties hit Hyun-Jin Ryu better than righties do. So, but I still don't mind Escobar. But he's not my favorite option out there. I don't mind Suarez, but that's a little risky with Anderson. Really don't mind Jake Lamb or Justin Turner there. Lamb, Turner, Shaw, and Sano, those are some pretty good options. If you have the extra little money, I don't mind Wilmer Flores against Jeff Locke. Locke's a terrible pitcher, and Wilmer Flores, that's where he does all of his damages against lefties. So I really like Wilmer Flores. Couldn't not get him in there, but one of my leading candidates so far there at third base. All right, moving on to shortstop. As I said, I'm going to stay with that stack with Boston there and go Mr. Alexander Bogaerts. As you see, he's the fourth rated over here. He should be a little bit higher, but that's totally fine. Eric Sogard's the number 1 rated. I don't mind that at all if you want to go there. But I do think Bogaerts has a little bit more upside. Don't mind Correa if you want to go that way. Not too high on Lindor at all. Maybe a little Trey Turner against Lackey. As we saw, Turner was unreal last night, stealing a whole bunch of bases. I think still, 4 or 5. So, but I'm going to go with Alexander Bogaerts. I really like my Boston stack quite a bit. And then next is Josh Reddick. As I said, Hahn's not too good. Reddick actually hits Hahn pretty well, and then lefties hit pretty well against Hahn. So I don't mind Reddick. Plus, he's been pretty hot. He had an off day last night, and then he's facing Oakland, his former team, so I don't mind that. And then you got Betts and Young. As we know, Young destroys lefties, and then Betts not too bad either. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Strasburg, Gaddis, Thames, Pedroia, Escobar, Bogaerts, Reddick, Betts, and Young. So, yeah, throughout the day, I'll probably change out Escobar and put in somebody else. As I said, I like Sano, Lamb, Turner, Shaw. If you can get one of those guys in there, don't mind that. But my mid-range probably is Wilmer Flores, and then don't mind, Escobar there either. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. As I said, that's just a rough draft lineup. So, I think that mostly does it for a little rough draft. As normal, like I said, we did pretty good last night. 170.9, 160, 140, and 149. Those were all premium lineups, and they all did cash. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in premium lineups, you guys need some help, definitely let us know. Only 25 for the month and only 55 for the rest of the season, including playoffs. That's very, very cheap. Definitely get in on that. As I said in the past, we also do DraftKings as well, even though we don't advertise it on here. We had a very good night on DraftKings as well last night. So if you're interested in DK or FanDuel, let us know. Email will be in the comment section. Just hit us up. We'll get you all set up. And as I said, PGA is not too far away either. Definitely interested in that. Let us know as well. And you can follow and hit us up on Twitter as well. All right, guys, I think that does it. Hope everyone has a really good Wednesday, and we'll see you guys all on Thursday.